what's up YouTube? It's Jay Scooby. Oh man. So I've had this bike for about a month and a half. I got it back from service. It has probably almost 700 miles. It's 679 miles on it. And all I can say is that it is pretty comfortable. The only thing is that before I brought it in for service, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that too, is I got so drawn into um, that whole first service because I bought this thing brand new off the dealership, and they're like, oh yeah, make sure you bring it in for your first oil change, and then they're gonna go ahead and check everything and make sure everything's tightened down and everything's well adjusted and everything. And if you're a guy who does basic maintenance for yourselves, like if you change your oil in the car and do all that stuff, I feel like you don't need to go to the dealership for its first service, especially when it's like 200, like almost $200. And the reason why I say this is because when I took this to one of the Kawasaki dealerships and I got it back, I was just looking over, reviewing the whole maintenance log of what they've done to it, and to my surprise, it was just all like the basic stuff. And I was under the impression that they would literally like check the valves and stuff, or go into like great detail on this inspection, but I guess it was just a bare minimum to the point where you can literally do this yourself. And I guess that's what kind of like bothered me, because I thought they were just going to go above and beyond, but then again, it's like, well, it is a brand new bike and they just want to check that everything is not falling apart. I mean, that being said, like one of the examples would be like, oh, everything was torqued to spec, or cable clutch is fine, or whatever. I mean, I was like, oh, okay, the cable clutch is fine. Okay, you just twist these two things, or twist this thing to unlock it, and then twist that one to the right of it to adjust it to like have a closer clamp on it, or have a closer bite, let alone that this thing has an adjustable brake and clutch lever stock. Oh my god, cut 2 lanes, you asshole. Oh, and then signal. Oh, and then signal. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I can literally say that I probably paid I paid like $199 for its first oil change. I mean, now, that being said, I am fairly new to the riding world, but I'm not a stranger to basic maintenance for your automobile. So, with that being said, I kind of wish I'd like researched a lot more about it and know what to expect, and probably visit some forums to see if your first service is literally recommended, that you would have to bring it to the dealership, or if not, can you just do it yourself? And you can do it yourself, seriously. And I know there's some people out there who just wouldn't mind shelling out the extra couple tens, $20, or a $50 or $60 oil change or whatever, and that's totally fine. But in terms of your first service, I mean, I looked at the brochure. I looked at the piece of paper, and it literally said like inspected coolant and making sure that it's topped off, or inspecting brake reservoir and making sure that's topped off. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And that's causing me like $200. And it's probably, well, it is definitely most likely the the labor that I'm paying for them, because it said that they spent an hour and a half observing this thing. So that's a small rant that I wanted to put out there. uh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna start doing a lot of uh, these maintenance at home. I was just under the impression that, oh, okay, first time dealership, I have to bring it there. No, you don't. No, you don't. Ugh.